The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm Lowdown. With me as always is
F.U. Hunter. What's up, you alien-hating bitches?
Ugh.
Yeah. Kids
Yeah.
won. Alien nothing.
Yeah. Props to you indie artists, movie making young child bitches.
Sort of sword wielding bitches.
Whatever that was.
Yes.
Whatever that was. I don't know what that was.
All right.
Whatever that was.
You're like, whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, no. Before we dig into this fucking film, I would, as always, please ask you to like, comment, share, subscribe, rate, review, all that good shit all across the socials. Helps the show out a lot. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you. And so tonight on the chopping block, we're going to be talking about 2023's Kids vs. Aliens.
Shudder exclusive.
It's a Shudder exclusive.
Yeah,
yes,
bring
sir.
that up, man.
Yeah. Because some Shudder movies, man. Woo!
I mean, most of the time.
Most of the time. We're not saying this is necessarily bad. We're just saying most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. So this
Yeah.
one, I mean, just the pedigree of from the guys that did Hobo with a Shotgun.
Which,
They also-
all right, side note, you motherfuckers haven't seen Hobo with a Shotgun. Please go
Fucking-
see Hobo
yeah.
with a Shotgun.
Fucking check that bitch out. And another movie that I would also very much recommend they had their hands in, Turbo Kid.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Turbo Kid was so good.
That's what I'm saying.
So
So
good.
those two movies right there, like, I got to check it out. I got to
Mhm.
check this out.
Yeah. And so, we watched it. And like I said, it starts off, you've got a bunch of, I guess they're like 13, 14-year-olds-ish.
Are they that old?
I don't know how old they are.
I'll say they're 11.
Maybe
10, 11.
They're 11.
I don't know, man.
they're making movies, though. They're making
Yeah.
movies. Dinos versus, what was it?
I don't.
Something versus Dino. And
Yeah.
It's a movie that it ends up in a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow it starts out like a sci-fi movie, and then there's a wrestling ring that they have in the barn, which I'll be honest, I was kind of fucking jealous of because when I was a kid, like I was big into wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had my own, like we would make our own like fucking wrestling ring, with whatever bullshit, like,
Yeah.
They had an actual fucking wrestling ring in their fucking
His
barn.
parents are rich as fucking neglectful, so they
Yeah.
bought him a ring.
Oh, are the parents who we see for, 5 minutes at the beginning of the movie?
And then
There you go.
blame the daughter for the son breaking his hand because she should be the parent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking shitbag
And
parents.
they show this concern by getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah. Sorry, we gotta make a
Oh
plane.
man, kid's hand broke. All right, good luck, and
Yeah.
don't let him break the other hand. There you go.
Oh wait, we forgot the whole alien intro on the boat with the acting that was so top notch.
See, and here's the thing though: if besides just Hobo with a Shotgun, if you've seen those guys' first movie, Treevenge, which is a holiday classic for me,
Mm-hmm. They did that too.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. They had a lot of the characters do a lot of yelling and screaming and overreacting on everything. So the boat attack didn't surprise me because it's a lot like, what the fuck? Who the fuck? You fucking gotta be fucking shitting me.
Jesus, Saint
Holy
Joseph and
fucking
Jesus
shit.
Christ and Mary.
But that's what I'm saying is all the characters, and it's the same way. There's several characters in Hobo Shotgun where it's like, you fucking piece of shit, motherfucking cocksucker.
Oh well, the
They're
fucking
like-
brothers, I guess they were twins, or the brothers in
Yeah.
Hobo with a Shotgun. Yeah, we're just complete.
But
fucking,
I'm just saying, there's like at least 5 or 6 characters, sometimes main, sometimes background, that just are just freaking the fuck out. So the boat scene didn't surprise me because I'm like, okay, these guys like to have.
But at
their-
least with this one, they had something to freak out about with a giant light.
That's true.
And but I should have known what I was in for when they actually showed the hand of the alien. I was like, oh no, yeah.
I wasn't worried because again, these guys appreciate cheesy grindhouse. Wink, wink. Yeah, we didn't put a huge amount of budget into some of the special effects.
Mhm.
As long as there are some good, like practical kill gore shit, I'm good.
See, and that okay, but in that vein,
and I would have been good.
yes, in that,
And I would have been good.
in that vein, exactly, because oh, buddy, we get about it's only 75 minutes long, but
Can I throw that out there?
I would say that 45 minutes of that 75 minutes is just the older sister trying to be cooler, one of the cool kids.
You mean with the group of obvious
Dude,
assholes?
that
group is.
Oh my God, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Like they literally pissed on her wall.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
that's
what
I'm
the
saying.
fuck?
They're not like fuck your shit. They're like I'm urinating in your fucking room.
That's fucking terrible.
They're
I mean, they threw a beer bottle at the brother.
yeah.
Like a straight up beer bottle at a little kid.
Can we just throw there again? 75 minutes. Like that is
Not a long. That's a long episode
And-
that's like a season finale of a
this
show.
was based off of a short from I think VHS 2. Same guys that directed that short. It's just an extended version of it. But you do a whole feature, and this movie's overwhelming in certain in parts. And with the running time, I'm like, did they just? Is there going to be a like badass fuck you director's cut that like they're like, here Shudder, we'll give you this version, and then we're gonna roll up in like 2 months, and there's gonna be like the fuck you version of this movie because it's an hour and like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
That's barely a feature running time, and you have a party of a bunch of fucking people and aliens, and there's like
you sure do. You do.
there's like 6 kills.
Yeah, and not all memorable.
Everybody got out,
Not all memorable.
but I'm saying everybody got out. No, where the fuck's the rest of this movie? Like seriously, don't taunt me with like 40 motherfuckers, aliens fucking breaking down fucking windows, and you're like, oh, they pretty much all got away.
Well, once you see the alien costumes, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
Come
but you got
on.
a scene where they fucking throw up on a motherfucker, melt his fucking skin. You had potential there.
yeah.
You had potential there.
Well, and you have
They
the one
rip
scene when
off
they're back at
fucking
the
arms.
when they're in the cave and they've got this weird like statue thing puking on the chick and
Yeah.
the guts come out. I'm like, okay, yeah, sweet.
That's what I'm saying is that there is some shit here. You're like, all right, here we go.
Like, there was a
Here
lot of
we
go.
go.
There was
Yeah,
a lot of potential for body horror out the gate. What they set up,
yeah.
and they just
It's weird because it's like this movie has 2 different personalities. Where it's like, hey, it's kind of like Stranger Things. You cheer for the kids, and the kids are gonna encounter the aliens and do what they can. They're wrestling and filmmaking skills and use that to defeat the aliens. And you're like, okay, but they're also gonna rip people's flesh and melt. And you're like, well, which way are we going?
yeah.
And they don't know.
Mm-mm.
And by the time you start to get it's the end of the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
what happened?
I have no fucking clue.
Because Turbo Kid is one of those. It has that very innocent '80s feel to it, but like there's a dude whose entrails get ripped out by like a bike chain. Okay,
Mhm.
there's fucked up shit throughout that entire movie.
They
but it has
recycle a
that-
human to get like a glass of water.
exactly.
In Turbo Kid.
But there's like this innocence, '80s innocence in that movie, and then like hardcore kills and gore. This one has that kind of same feel, but not the kills.
No.
And there's like 1 or 2 that I'm like, okay, that's fucking badass, but it's just not like I wanted more. I wanted Hobo the Shotgun. I wanted fucking Turbo Kid. So I mean, again,
And like we've gotten like really well done kids versus alien movies. I mean, Attack the Block, dude. Like
Yeah.
Attack the fucking Block. There's like suspense. There's gore.
but there's also older teenagers, like, and they're kind of like,
That's the driving factor of the difference here.
yeah.
That's it.
Well, they fucking mug somebody at the beginning. I mean, they're a little more hardcore
They're
than
maybe
pretend
like
wrestling.
2 years older, dude.
Okay, they literally mug a woman at the beginning. These kids are like, I'm dinosaur power wrestler. They're not mugging some bitch at the beginning of the fucking movie, all right?
What was that line from the was it from Gentleman, the Guy Ritchie film where he's what's his face? Jax says, "You're proper naughty boys."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That was Attack the Block, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Also, a very young
Finn.
performance from Finn.
Yeah.
Whatever I know the actor's name, but right now offhand.
God damn it.
yeah,
I'm drawing a blank on. He was in Pacific Rim 2. That's the only thing I
Yeah, he
can
was
think
in
of.
Pacific Rim too. He was in Detroit. He was in
Yeah.
a Detroit movie too.
But yeah,
but anyway,
interesting comparison because this Attack the Block, it's teenagers, but yeah, they're like, no, motherfuckers, you're on our territory.
yeah,
And this movie doesn't really do that.
could have,
Yeah.
could have.
They get him in the barn.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, and they got the firecrackers or whatever like that, but it's just weird. And the end of this movie, they're like, hey, now the government's here, and all the characters survived are completely fucked. I mean, like,
what
they put them in fucking like cells and shit.
Yeah, what
like,
the fuck's going on here?
I'm like, wait, what did I miss?
Yeah.
But I watched the whole thing. I didn't go up take a piss or anything. Like,
it's an hour and 15 minutes. Like, it's not like you, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I will say that it did give us some cool things. Like, the Berserker alien was kind of cool.
Yeah, they kind of like
the friend, they took the friend and give him like the Wolverine hands.
They mutated him, and then they're like, all right, now you work for us. Go take out your fucking friends and these kids.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
That was cool.
And you had the kind of,
because he was like this
a sword and she's fighting him. Like,
he was like this never-ending force.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
That's why I say like he was a berserker. He just kept going, right?
They fucked the shitty-ass chick up that was part of the gang.
Good, because she was a shitbag.
But I'm saying that she was kind of the prime, like, let's show what we can do.
Yeah.
They fuck her up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She got the whole spit vomit.
Vomit, yeah.
Her
the flesh
skin
melting.
falls off, and then her, like without being sliced, it melts her stomach and skin, and her guts fall out. Like I said, that was cool. Meanwhile, you've got 5 dudes in alien suits with like X-File style like
they
big
just
eyes
seem very
and
threatening.
No. No, it looks like the aliens. It's a traditional alien with the big eye. Like if you go to fucking Area 51 outside of fucking
Paul. They
Paul.
look like taller versions
like
of Paul
There
from
you go.
that fucking Seth Rogen movie.
Yeah.
Or not Seth, voice of Seth Rogen.
Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
Seth Rogen did the voice of Paul.
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, they just look like a taller version of Paul.
Yeah.
Except that they're kind of shitty and they'll
and
throw
the
up
reason
on
I corrected you is because let's give it to the proper comedic age there, because Seth Rogen came after.
Oh, dude, I fanboyed the fuck out of that when I watched that movie because they wear a fucking Invincible shirt before the fucking show, and I'm like, fucking respect. Yeah.
There you go. That show had way more graphic violence than anyway.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
it's a lost potential.
There was so much lost potential with this film, and that just sucks because I feel like it could have been. Because, like I said, when I first started watching it, I got a very heavy, in the first, 20 minutes, I got a very heavy Psycho Gorman feel. Yeah. Where it's just, okay, this isn't going to be serious. It's going to be a fun ride. Let's go. But you know what we got with Psycho Gorman is we got fucking gore. We got kills. We got all kinds of deaths.
You got a cop that literally turned to who keeps trying to kill himself in Psycho Gorman.
Yeah.
This one, nothing.
Dude, we got the friend that was turned into a brain who's just wandering around trying, like miserable and wants to kill himself because he's a brain. You got... he fights his other alien, foes, and one dude's like this giant vomit bin of body parts. You know what I mean? Like you've got all this over the top
and it's
shit.
from the guys that did The Void, a couple other things.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, okay, this is kind of what we expect with Psycho Gorman. I can't say it again. Hoe with a shotgun, fucking Tree Venge, fucking Turbo Kid. I was like, dude, they can't fuck this up because And you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Again. I know we brought this up on several recent episodes about there. I bet there's a director's cut, but this one screams it because the running time
I doubt
is
there's a director's cut.
Well, dude, most features have to be at least or usually an hour and a half. This bitch is an hour 10.
It's 75 minutes.
I'll just say take out credits. Out credits. It's an hour 10. That's not a fucking feature, man.
Well, I don't know. All the Into the Dark series are considered movies, and they're like an hour, anywhere from hour 10 to hour 20.
All right. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm like holding out hope. I'm like, I these guys can't disappoint me, or maybe they will. Fuck you for bringing it Into the Dark. I mean,
there were tons of 80s movies that I can't think of right now that were like 78 minutes long or 79 minutes long or 80 minutes, 82 minutes long.
But you got, again, all these motherfuckers at the party that just get away.
Dude, there was prime for death.
Just get away?
There was prime for murder.
I mean, just saying.
When the aliens broke into the house, there should have been all death.
Everybody starts swarming around, and then there's 4 or 5 deaths, and then
it should have been like
everybody's.
It should have been like an extraterrestrial version of the end of the lawnmower scene from Brain Dead. That's what we should have gotten.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that.
Or they're all in the fucking basement, aliens open up, and then you just have a slaughter for 2 minutes.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's like the lawnmower scene from Brain Dead, where it's just a slaughter, nonstop slaughter. And, all right, the characters annoy the shit out of me. How desperate was this chick? That all of a sudden she's like,
Well, it's weird because she digs hanging out with her brother and their friends, and she's like their hero. Like, you know, she's quote unquote the babysitter, but she participates in their videos, things like that. And then immediately she's like, wait, I want to be a cool kid. But it's like, but that's like a 30-second decision that's like life changing. Like,
it's like no guy had ever looked at her before.
Right the fuck now, not to be nerdy and play with my brother's friends. I want to be the cool high school kid. But you're like making that decision like right now, and that's where the party shows up. Where he's like, hey, you gonna have a party? You want to like?
No, I think he said we'll have it here.
Yeah,
like it's my house, motherfucker. Like how you gonna?
And guess what? She got pissed on, literally.
Well, her room. Her room did.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, you trusted the wrong motherfuckers.
No, but like she made the decision that fast. It's like she's never had a guy at maybe she never had someone show interest in her at all, because
I was waiting for her to be
fuck.
like, I've never been kissed, like that kind of shit. Where like all of a sudden she's like I'm ready to party like right the fuck now. Yeah, you can't make that kind of quick transition.
Nope. And the sun holds out.
It just seemed forced.
Yeah, it did. And
which again, I'm willing to forgive all that, but you gotta give me more than 2 good fucking kills and another 4 or 5 bullshit whatever kills. You got if I'm gonna deal with that, you gotta give me something like earn it. You want to give me this stupid character? Earn it. But you didn't. You got one fleshy, melty shit, and that's the top tier on this movie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Usually we can do it with the poker face, but I got too hyped, man. Yeah. And I fell into that trap. And sometimes there's movies I worry about, like recently, like Evil Dead Rise, things like that, where I'm like, get too hyped, I'm going to fall. And I kind of fell into the trap because of the other movies these guys have done.
Yeah. And if that was an indication, if you can't guess what our final thoughts are, well, you haven't been listening. So, but we'll be right back with our final thoughts. Until that, check out what other shows are on the GUI network.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
2 men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
Join Mike the Hobbit and Tondi as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch Up.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're going to fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots.
FU Hunter.
Your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May the schlock be with you.
All right, and all those shows you just heard trailers for you can find anywhere you get your podcast, and also at GUIPodcast.com. While you're on GUIPodcast.com, make sure to go to our links tab and check out our link to TeePublic, where all the merch is for all the shows under the network, and tons of stuff that's not a show-related design. It's just a fun design that...
Check that shit out.
Out of doing this shit for fucking 8 years, you come up with crazy, weird fucking ideas.
Yep.
And that's what we've got on TeePublic.
I believe fuck some people and pro some people. And
I mean, there's a fuck Michael Bay. And,
yeah, exactly. Very pro.
Jay Bear Show. And
yeah. And
Yeah,
the Madness
Super
Boys
Show,
have
yeah.
a couple designs there.
We
ourselves, yeah.
do. So it'd be awesome to see some GUI merch, any of the network merch rocked across the socials or out in public, whatever. If you get it and you tag us in it, we'd love to see that shit. All right, on to fuck this movie.
I think you hated it more than I did.
Fuck this movie. Well, because
and
there's
you
other
hated
shit.
it. You hated it, and you only had to invest an hour and 15 minutes. Like, that's how much you. By the way, you're not even going in with a positive going.
No.
At least it was just a little over an hour.
I got nothing.
You're
I got
still
nothing.
so angry.
That one really hardcore kill, I don't give a fuck. Because that was like 20
now
seconds.
let me ask you this: would it have been better or worse if that kill wasn't there? Like, if you had nothing.
It'd been better if it wasn't there.
Okay.
Because then I wouldn't have got blue balls. I got blue balls at this point.
It was a little tawny,
What
wasn't
the
it?
shit?
Because it's 2 minutes of like, holy shit, this is fucked
they
up.
They make you hate that group of characters so much, and they don't get murdered in the most raunchiest way possible. That is a disservice, sir.
Oh, the main dude?
That's a disservice.
The asshole guy?
Yeah.
Wait, we can't throw out there. They do kill a kid in this. I'll give you that.
They do.
I was
what
kind
I'm
of shocked
saying
by
is,
that.
What I'm saying is, all those assholes, and especially the ones that were laughing at her when they put all that shit on the screen,
yeah,
and all that, all those kids deserve to die bloody. And we didn't get that. We didn't get that.
Well, a couple of them do.
Dude,
the
there
chick
were
does,
30 fucking kids in that goddamn party, okay?
Yeah, that's true.
And they all stopped and laughed and watched the goddamn video when they realized that not only did he was being an asshole to her that night in her room and all that shit, that he really just used her to fuck her and then use her house.
So my best suggestion with this movie is watch Revenge, and while you're on YouTube, see if you can bring up the kill on this movie that happens. That's cool. Just that 2 to 3 minute scene, and that's all you have to watch in this movie.
I still say fuck this movie, but this would be a good movie to test somebody's threshold of gore. Just for that one scene. Because they get a lot of bullshit, and then they get the one gore scene. And if someone had maybe started out with a non-gory movie, that's where they're at in horror, where they're more of the suspense, the ghost, the possession shit, where it's not overly gory.
Yeah.
You go them in this realm where a bunch of bullshit and fluff. You get one really hardcore, one mediocrely hardcore, and then they can kind of test their mettle for, can I deal with body horror?
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
I almost wish I had time-stamped just that part. So it'd be like,
fuck this movie.
Fast forward, stop at like 50, at like 48 minutes.
Oh, you know what? It's
and after it's done, fast forward to the end.
It's not Berserker Alien, it's Super Shredder Alien.
That's right.
Super Shredder.
Yeah, it is
He's
Super Shredder. Yeah.
It's Super Shredder. Yeah. God.
Even that could have been more badass,
Dude,
but
he could have been
doesn't.
cutting up bodies in chunks of dices of human flesh.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah.
None of that. Motherfucker.
So.
No, I was just because the reason I'm so mad too is because I have movies that I've bought that I've slowly been going through, and I could have watched one of them. You know what I mean? I could have watched one of them
again.
Like
for the
fuck.
One of the positives is, as I said, is hey, it's a short watch, so that way it won't take up too much time, before it covers.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it didn't matter to you. You're so
fuck that movie.
You're angry. You could probably go on longer than the length of the movie on how much you hated the fucking movie.
Good.
You hit 118 minutes. You passed it. Yeah.
And I bet listeners would say that's probably more interesting than watching the fucking movie.
Oh, there's a beautiful disaster once where we went over the running time. It was Ginger Dead Man.
Oh God.
Literally,
Gary Busey.
Our podcast was longer than the movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of with movies that are like 75 minutes long. There's tons of full moon features. And I'm not talking about like low rent ones. I'm talking like Subspecies, a couple of the Puppet Master movies where they're like right at like 100 and, 100 minutes, or like,
I'm just saying it's been a while since I've seen a new release come out that's not from the Into the Dark series.
Fuck this movie.
It is kind of surprising it comes from Shudder.
And fuck you.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were saying my first initials.
So. No. Just fuck you.
Yeah. But again, it came from Shudder.
I know.
Everything says, look at the guys, what they've done prior to this.
Got really I would say mixed, but if you look at the actual rating, it's only like 2.5 stars.
I've heard,
I've heard mixed, but which we haven't done that. I don't know if I really want to.
I've heard I'm a little worried it's a little bit of an interpretational horror.
Yeah, see, I don't need
yeah.
That, right?
And it might be longer than an hour and 15 minutes, so if you hate it, you're really in for...
No. Yeah, listeners might have to fucking turn their volume down.
That's right.
But all right, so I'm done wasting time
So
talking about
you're
this movie anymore.
saying that it doesn't pass?
I did not. Okay,
No.
if you didn't gather, this movie did not survive the
I
chopping
couldn't
block.
tell from the steam coming off your head.
This movie, like it's like in the garbage bin of the chopping block.
This movie
right?
touched you
It's
in the
like-
wrong places, man. You were
it's just so-
upset.
Well, because it had such promise.
Yeah.
You know, and initially I went into it and I was thinking, okay, like Attack the Block style, but maybe more on the horror, less of the action side, which would be cool. And then I realized they were younger. I'm like, oh, this will be even more badass. Like, okay, we could get a more gorier version of The Gate.
Yeah.
Those
Actually,
kids
you know
are
what
the
I'll
same
say?
age.
Go watch VHS 2 if you want to see this
Mhm.
in a 10-minute segment
Mhm.
as opposed to an hour and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Just right there has some fun stuff in there, and you're only invested 10 minutes in it.
Yeah.
And you get to see other shorts along with that.
I think this movie is the first movie I've seen this year that might make the list that we do at the end of the year.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this in no way survived the chopping block. This shit got turned into fucking sausage and then got eaten by
Oh,
fucking,
this is how you can tell the level of betrayal is when you start describing what you're going to do with this movie and how many times you're going to shit it out.
Yeah.
And then, so this is the anger
Yeah.
is so much. You're like, I'm going to fucking chop it up and then eat it and then shit it out and then shove it in some. Yeah, you're at a level of this movie.
All right. So if you have watched this particular film, hit us up at lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. If you decide to watch it after our awardings, that's on you. Also, hit us up if you have a different feeling about the film and explain to us why. And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.